Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. That give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh. And it's only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahushua. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, not Yahusha, not Jesus. It's Yahushua. So we got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And the sincere salutation to all the acting, pushing the truth and believing this truth of the four winds of the earth, the entire world. Shedding light to the whole elect. Shalom to the both who will listen learning. If you sister will listen learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Orlando Camp, Prophet of Doom. Coming at you on the lesson of truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification, Lord was edifying. So I'll tell you this lesson, Esau's rulership. All of his rulerships from the Greeks are all experiments. And I was listening to the video that Elder Yashimama did, in which we all know these devils. It tell you in Psalm 64 that they search out iniquities. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. A diligent search. Oh, which is let me go to this real quick. In Micah 2:10. Because I'm watching the elder video, which has been it's been so many reports on different animals beaching themselves, whales, dolphins, sharks, all type of fish dying. Micah 2:1. It reads, "Woe to him that devises iniquity." You see, it say that devise iniquity. Let's get this word devise. And in the clip, which I'm going to pull that, I'm going to bring that up too. In the movie clip from Executive Action. So devise is cunning, purpose, conceived, forecast, think, imagine, calculate, invent, right? So the word forecast, when you go to Google, let's get this word forecast. See, this devil, what they say is diabolical. This is the word forecast on Google. What they say is diabolical. Oh, man. This is the word forecast. Salakia. So this is the word forecast. Hold on here, bear with me. It's from Google. Forecast. It said predict, prophesy, divine, which is witchcraft, foresee, foretell. Another word is guess, speculate, estimate, calculate, expect, previse. What's previse? Foresee or predict an event. And this is what they do on the left-hand side, right? Or the opkel. Problem, reaction, solution. Because these are the seals on the left hand side. Conjecture, form an opinion or supposition about something on the basis of incomplete information, which the so-called white man don't have complete information from the Lord, because the Lord hid his face from the so-called white man. So he's doing his own thing, which is to calculate and speculate, right? Oh, prognosticate. Foretell or prophesy a future event. This is what the word forecast means, and this is what the real prophets are doing. It got predict, prophesy, foresee, forewarn, right? Forewarn, inform someone of a danger or possible problem. And they do this. This is what the elites do. The apostles have been saying it for years. This is what they said. They tell you something before they do it. Predictive programming is called. So, let me go back to this. So, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. So then I'm going to go back to this precept I had in Revelation 16:13. It reads, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirit of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth. This is the forecast. Their whole goal is to devise iniquity so that they cause World War III. This is why the Lord set up the so-called white man. This is his purpose. For they are the spirit of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth, which are all the other heathen nations, and of the whole world, to gather to the battle of the great day of the God Almighty. Right? So they gather the kings. This is Revelation 20:7. It reads, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loose out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations. And as the head brother of the council, I always say, it didn't say he was going to go out to try. It said he was going to go out to deceive the nations, which are in the 4 corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the descendant of the sea. So let me get this. This is why I'm reading these. So this first article I got here, I saw these yesterday. First, dealing with the Medes, right? He said he gonna gather Gog, to gather Gog and Magog. So right here say Russia plans to launch intercontinental ballistic missile. Kyiv says. So it reads, this is from Reuters. Ukraine's military intelligence agency said on Sunday, Russia planned to conduct a training and combat launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile to intimidate Ukraine and the West. Well, the scripture said that the elites, these 3 unclean spirits, which is London, the monetary, Colombia, the military, and the Vatican, which is the religion. These 3 unclean spirits, they said to gather the kings of the earth, right? In Revelation 20, it said to deceive the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them to the battle. Well, in Habakkuk 2, it mentions these nations are going to take up a taunting proverb to America, to the West. This here, as I went in many times before, would be considered a taunting proverb. Ukraine's military intelligence agency said on Sunday Russia planned to conduct a training and combat launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile to intimidate Ukraine and the West. The overnight launch was ordered to be implemented from Russia's, what is this, Sulavsky region. The GUR agency said in a statement on the Telegram app, it added the flight range for the missile was more than 10,000 kilometers, 6.2 thousand miles. How about that? And that can reach Babylon the Great. In order to demonstratively pressure and intimidate Ukraine and also EU and NATO member states, the aggressive state of Russia intend to make a training and comeback launch of the RS-24 intercontinental ballistic missile from the Yars complex. GRU said in the statement there was no intimate there was no immediate comment from Russia on Ukrainian military intelligence statement. Russia does not answer questions about its plans to test launch nuclear missiles. The details, they the guard, they don't got to. The details of which is classified as a military secret, although it issues statements after such launches. More than 3 years into the war against Russia, Ukraine is under enormous pressure as Russia seeks frontline gains in the Ukrainian east, and diplomatic efforts to end the war have so far yielded no results. Overnight strikes ahead of Trump-Putin talks. So, hold on here. Let's keep reading. It's a game. Oh, that was it. Okay, so I want to show that. Then I got this. Now that was Russia, right? I got two here from Iran. Now this will say Iran warns U.S. nuclear talks will fail if enrichment demand stands. And it reads, an Iranian official warned that nuclear talks with the United States would not actually get anywhere. If Washington insists Tehran abandons enrichment of uranium, a process that can also be used to make a bomb, regarding zero enrichment, we said from the beginning that if it is their America position, it is naturally that the work will not actually get anywhere, Deputy Foreign Minister of Iran was cited as saying by Iran's NAR News on Monday. It reads, our position on enrichment is clear, and we have repeatedly stated that enrichment is a national achievement for us, added Ravansky, he said, we will not back down on the issue of enrichment. Iran and the U.S. capped their fourth round of talks in Oman earlier this month, aimed at curbing Tehran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions reliefs. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, who is leading the delegation to the talks told ABC over the weekend that Washington cannot allow even 1% of an enrichment capability. On the agreement, we've delivered a proposal to the Iranians that we think addressing some of this workout, Salakia, that we think addressing some of this without disrespecting them, he said. While enriching uranium can be used for peaceful purposes like energy production, it can be weaponized if refined to high levels. Enrichment enables weaponizing, and we would not allow a bomb to get here. This is America boasting, talking shit. But short of that, there are all kinds of ways for us to achieve our goals in this negotiation. Oh no, this is Iran speaking. Witkoff said, and that the next round of talks may take place in Europe this week. We hope that it will lead to some real positivity. And we talking about Iran. Hold on. Iran has reportedly said that any suggestion that abandons enrichment would be a non-starter, insisting that it reserves the right to enrich uranium under the UN's nuclear non-proliferation treaty. Witkoff has previously suggested that Iran could be allowed some uranium enrichment. And they got it, man. Iran got it. On Monday, Iranian Foreign Minister spokesperson said that the issue is not negotiable under any circumstances. Criticizing America, this is a Tantra proverb, criticizing America negotiators for revising their position after each round of negotiations. This creates repeated uncertainty, making it more difficult for any negotiations process and raising more doubts about the seriousness of the other side in this process. This is a question that the American parties naturally have to answer, he said, according to Iran's state-run RNA news agency. Listen, man. It say we are not afraid of threats. The war of words between both nations spiraled after the Iranian president seemingly clashed with his U.S. counterpart, saying his country favors negotiations with the White House to avoid fighting, but rejecting threats by U.S. President Donald Trump. We are not seeking war. We favor negotiations and dialogue, but we are not afraid of threats either, and we in no way retreat from our legal rights, Iranian president said at the event in the port city on Saturday. Listen, man. Hold on, there's more. It reads, he didn't specify which comment he was referring to, but Trump told reporters on a Middle East tour last week that Iran has to move quickly in negotiations with the U.S. or something bad is going to happen. This nigga talking shit. Same shit he was talking about China, but then he folded up quick. The Iranian leader insisted no one but Trump himself believes his words against the Iranian nation. On the one hand, he speaks of peace and stability, and on the other hand, he threatens us with most sophisticated tools for homicide and with contradictory statements added, whatever his guy name, he was just hold on. Can't put it together. I'm slow. Let me look this. Let me get it. It said he's simultaneously. He's simultaneously. Salaki, a little slow. I'm a little slow. He simultaneously sent messages of peace, bloodshed, and insecurity. That's crazy. Also on Saturday, Iran's supreme leader, whatever his name is, referred to unspecified comments by Trump on Iran, calling them a disgrace to the American nation and not worthy of a response at all. This guy here, America the bully, man. It's a lot in here. So I want to show these two titles, man. This is Iran and Russia. So now let me go back and get these precepts. Oh, it was another article. This one said Iran warns U.S. nuclear talks will fail if enrichment demand stands. Now, America fired back. So then I got the other article that came after this. So I want to show this one too. So this is what America fired back, but then this is what Iran said after that. Right here. This is Iran foreign minister vows nuclear enrichment will continue with or without a deal. So this is after Babylon talked they shit. And I don't got to read none of it. This is them responding back to Trump talking about they ain't nobody. We don't got to respond to them at all. So Iran foreign minister vows nuclear enrichment will continue with or without a deal. Hey, deal or no deal? So let me get these precepts. I don't make it too long. I just saw these articles yesterday. I'm like, man, I got to get this. Let me get this. Let me get this. You have Habakkuk 2. Because these are called tons of proverbs, man. Babylon think this is a game. Where's my Did I get rid of the blue letter? I guess I did. Hold on here. Bear with me. See, this is war talk, man. This is war talk. Let me pull this up real quick. Habakkuk 2:6. So let's read this. So this Habakkuk 2:6. It reads, shall not all these take up a parable against him? Who? America, Babylon the Great. Because remember in verse 5 it reads, yet also because he transgressed about wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these, who? The people, take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that laden himself with thick clay, which is his debt. Now remember, I did the video. Putin said, if you want to trade Western liberal ways for Russian moral values, that's a taunting proverb, man. So now this is being spoken to these devils. So I got a couple precepts I want to get here. This first one is Isaiah. So I showed you the two articles of Iran and Russia. This is Isaiah 21:1. The burden of the desert of the sea, as whirlwinds in the south pass through, so it coming from the desert, from a terrible land. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously. Right? That's the Isaiah 33. The same one in Isaiah 21 is talking about the so-called white man. It's talking about Babylon the Great, first and foremost, the West. The West. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. Right? That's the West. Go up, O Elam, Besiege, O Media. All the sign thereof have I made to cease. Once Russia and Iran destroy Babylon the Great, all the sign thereof have I. It's going to cease. Who is Elam and O Media? Let's go to this. Isaiah 13. And 17. It reads, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. In Shalom to the Akim, I'm tuning in. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. So I saw these articles, and it's the same two, right? It's the same two nations. Hold on. Hold on. Daniel 5. But Jacob here playing games. The Lord is moving these chess pieces around, man. This is Daniel 5 and 25. And this is the writing that was written. Many tekel. Your Parsons. Your Parsons. This is the interpretation of the thing. Many, God have numbered thy kingdom. And that's in Job 14 and 5. It's also in Job 21. In 21. Right? This is the interpretation of the thing. Many, God have numbered thy kingdom and finished it. And what the Project Looking Glass said, that the elites, that their kingdom has been found numbered and wanting. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances, which is the balance of the Lord's. That's Proverbs 16:11. Hey, it said all the weights of the bag is the Lord's, man. Thou art weighed in the balances, and are found wanting. And I was thinking about this wanting at the plantation. That's in Ecclesiastes 1, which I'm going to read. The kingdom, thy kingdom is divided. Thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Now, going back to Revelation 16, right? It said these three unclean spirits, their job is to gather the kings of the earth to the great battle, right? Well, in Revelation 27, it said he was loose a little season, right? And when Satan was loose, he was to go out to the sea of the nations to gather them to the battle, Gog and Magog, right? Well, who occupy the land of the Medes today? It's the Russians. You can go look this up, man. And Google gonna give it to you. AI taking over. AI taking over. And guess what AI is? Artificial Idumeans is taking over. And they giving you the straight skinny. Thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Hold on. Oh man, Revelation 13. What is this? Who is this? Revelation 13 in verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was as the feet of a bear. Who is the bear now? Who is this bear? Let's go back to Daniel. The bear now is the Russians. In Daniel, right? Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and 3. And the four beasts came up from the sea, diverged from one from another. And the first was like a lion and had eagle wings. I beheld till the wings were plucked off, and it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. So these wings that were plucked off. So this guy, Nebuchadnezzar, his father was a Syrian. The three wings were the Syrian Empire destroyed. Here goes Babylon Empire ruled by Nebuchadnezzar. And behold, another beast is second like to a bear. Right? And it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in its mouth, between the teeth of it, and it said, "Thus until it rise, devour much flesh." These 3 ribs we know is Egypt, Lydia, and Babylon. This bear was the Medes and Persians. So what's the bear now in Revelation 13? It's the Medes, man, which be in Russia, and the Persians. Just some points I want to make. Just from those 2 articles of Iran and Russia. And they all mentioned in Babylon the Great, man, because this is the prophecy that was already written a 4 time ago for our learning, man. Ezekiel 38. It's the same. Oh, I was going to get this first before I get this. It's the same. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 1 and 14. Let's read this. It reads, "I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight." Now remember, it said that Babylon in Daniel 5, he says kingdom has been found wanting, right? And numbered, right? Ecclesiastes 1 and 15, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, which is the serpent. It's the serpent. You got the one in Isaiah 27. What's the Lord going to destroy the dragon that is in the sea? That serpent. That which is crooked cannot be made straight. So-called white man, he was made to be wicked. And that which is wanting cannot be numbered. Which go back to Habakkuk 2. He can't be satisfied. There's no satisfying in this devil. And we were talking about, because he's trying to eliminate Jake come back a reincarnation. That means he control, because he's setting up his own birthright. He still ain't going to be satisfied. Even if he cut off Jake from coming back in reincarnation and everybody being damn cyborgs and chipped, he still ain't going to be satisfied. That's why the Lord said that which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. There is no limit to the so-called white man. He will not stop. So going back to this, Ezekiel 38 and 1, "And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Because, the Russians are Edomites as well. The Lord just gave these nations a better Edomite for destruction. As I titled lessons a couple months ago. Putin, a better Edom. No, I said Gog, a better Edomite for destruction. "And say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O God," because he is an Edomite, "the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal." And this slow belly nigga, Ronald Dalton, don't know that Edomite took over the land of Japhet, man. You slow belly nigga. "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." Oh, and the brother had brought out the article when we was at camp, right in Temple. Let me pull it up. The casualties in World War I and II, Russia suffered the most. The Soviet Union suffered the most casualties, man. Let me go back to this. Bear with me here. Russia suffered the most casualties. You watch the video, the brother read it. I don't even have to go to it. Russia suffered the most casualties in World War I and II. So here it is. The Lord is putting a hook back into their jaws, man. Hold on here. Where is it? I know, bro, put it in the chat. Hold on here. Yeah, it says so. Most casualties by country, World War I, which was Russia. So World War I and World War II, Yep, most casualties by country World War II, most casualties by country World War One. Russia suffered the most. Not Russia. Well, it was Soviet Union then. They suffered the most casualties, man. So here it is. The Lord put. Let me open these. Let me just read these numbers. So it reads: Soviet Union military deaths. It's a 8,800,000, 10,700,000 total civilians and military deaths. Soviet Union. This is World War what? 2, 24 million. Yugoslavia lost 1 million. United States lost 418,000. United Kingdom lost 450,000. So that's World War II. And then you got World War One. It says in World War One, the country with the most casualties was Russia Empire, which suffered an estimate of 1,800,000 man, while France had a significant number of deaths, 1,397,000. So, yeah. So Russia suffered the most, man. So what the Lord doing is putting a hook. So the Lord is putting a hook into the jaws of the Soviet Union, man, all over again. So this reads Ezekiel 38:4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws and will bring thee forth. Now I'm making a point. I was making this point too at camp. Japan, man. Japan wants to get back too, man. These niggas bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan won't get back too, but they got to play ball with America. The last two allies of America is Japan, is South Korea and North Korea, man. They got to play ball. They got other allies, but the Obadiah 1:7 say all the men of that confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Everybody got to play ball, but now they don't got to play ball. There was a time when everybody had to play ball, but then the Lord said, beat your plowshares into swords. Turn your pruning hooks into spears. Forget about producing food. Get the arsenal up. So now, but they only got the arsenal up because the Lord gave them a guard. Putin is a bully on the schoolyard that's standing up. He's the not the bully. He's the one that's standing up to the bully. And everybody looking like, damn, he stood up to the bully. And he didn't take his lunch money. And he said, everybody lunch money he took for the last year, give it back. Everybody looking like, man, they signed with the man that stood up to the bully. We watching this play out in real time. When you go to BRICS, right? You had these 5 countries. Now it's 22 countries with them, man. And everybody else signing applications trying to join. America has lost its. America has lost the information age. The so-called white man, the American Edomite don't control. They don't control the information age. Now they don't control nuclear capability because Russia got more missiles than America. And did a lesson on it about 5 years ago. Russia has over maybe 2,000 or 20,000 more missiles than America, man. And then America don't have a missile defense system for the intercontinental ballistic missile that Russia got. And it tell you in Joel 3, it said when they fall upon Joel 2, when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Meaning there's no defense system for the missiles that Russia holds. And they got Satan 1 and Satan 2. Even Turkey got S-400 system from Russia because America was playing with them. After they got their fucking money, they didn't send them F-35s. So Turkey said, well, we just got S-400 systems from Russia. Turkey playing both sides. But in Ezekiel 38, Turkey, see, this is prophecy that everybody going to fall in line with the guard, which is Russia. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia. Ethiopia has joined the BRICS, man. I did an article maybe about, it was last year. Libya was in one of the articles that I used, man. That's not using no article real hard. Libya was in there in the article, man, with Ethiopia. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shields and helmet. Gomer and the house of and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the North Quarter. And that's what this nigga this is slow-bellied nigga, this fat nigga, Ronald Dalton. He don't understand that Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar, Gomer was one of the sons of Japhet. The so-called white man took that land over, you dumb nigga. And I was just mentioning this too at Saturday. When you right now, there's a beef going on in Syria. Why? Why is there a beef in Syria? Because the so-called white man got military bases over there, man. And this nigga been in Syria. If you go back to 1 Kings 11, when it tell you that the Lord stirred up Hadad the Edomite against Solomon, he fled, man. He fled to Egypt. That nigga winded up in Syria. Look it up. All you gotta do is trace Hadad the Edomite, and you got Hadad the Edomite. Then you got Ben-Hadad. Them niggas went to Syria, man. So when you go to Daniel's 11, what was the 6 Syrian wars about? Edomites fighting, man. So it ain't no coincidence. Right now, this was a couple months ago, they was bombing Syria. Why? Because the Edomites been over that motherfucker since way back, man. Since the Greek Empire. The Edomites been over there. Anyway, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Let's get this. Ecclesiastes 3. Nigga talking about a prophecy about Japhet. No, that's talking about the Edomites, man. And these niggas is, that's why you niggas is slow belly, man. You niggas is too lazy to go and look this shit up, man. So now you just gonna say, oh no, let's talk about Gomer, it's Japhet. Nigga, Japhet ain't in the prophecy, you dumb nigga. This Ecclesiastes 3 and 14. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Right? Then the Lord saying, "I war with Amalek from generation to generation." And it say, until we go back home, the Lord gonna have war with these niggas. But now it's a spiritual war. It's a confrontational war. Who got the truth? Ecclesiastes 3 and 14. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. You can add to the scriptures, vocab, James White, the Edomite, Quaz, Michael Brown, you pedophile nigga. They talking about GMS. Who the real pedophiles is? Everybody that came against his truth. And everybody else who's they shit, the Lord got their shit hid, that's gonna come out too eventually. Vocab, James White. We see Michael Brown, Quaz, his shit is out. Anyway, I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And God doeth it, that men should fear before him. The Lord raised up Esau, eating the so-called white man, just so we can see and know and fear the Lord, man. Because tell you in Daniel 4:17, the Lord raised up the bases of men. Let's get this one. Ecclesiastes. Ten and 14. Get that. Oh no, I'm tripping. 7. Is it 7 and 13? Let's see it. Right. Ecclesiastes 7 and 13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he have made crooked? And then it's the other one in let me see what it said. The Lord set these guys up just to destroy the earth, man. Let me see. What is that? Bear with me. Is it 1? Maybe 1. So this is what I'm going to get this to. Let's go back to this. Then I'm going to get the other precept. So let's go back to Ecclesiastes 1. So it reads in verse 9. Let's go back to this. And the point I'm making is we are watching the same two nations that took down ancient Babylon. The Lord is putting a hook into the jaws and turning them back to do the same thing over again. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Whether you believe it or not, whether you acknowledge it or not, whether you can accept this or not, there is nothing new. That which have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. Then it's Ecclesiastes 3. And 14. It reads, I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it, and God doeth it that men should fear before him. Right? That which has been is now, and that which is to be have already been, and God requireth that which is past. See? Verse 16. No, that was the point. So now let me get this. It's Ecclesiastes 7. Let me triple check this. Right. Ecclesiastes 10, what I wanted. Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. Ecclesiastes 10:5 it reads, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. It say as an error, right? But it's not an error. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. So who is this? Who is this evil that Solomon saw in the sun, that it as was an error which proceeded from the ruler? This is Proverbs 29:1. It's not an error. The Lord set him up. And in Isaiah 10, the Lord said he's the rod of correction. Proverbs 29. I'm sorry, Proverbs 28:1. Right here. This is the error. This is the evil that Solomon saw in the sun as an error, which proceeded from the ruler. The wicked, no, I'm sorry, Proverbs 28 and verse, where is it? Is it 29? Yep. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So it's not an error. Ecclesiastes 10:5. It's not an error. The Lord set the so-called white man up to destroy the earth. This nigga, the so-called white man is an experiment, man. I'm at the plantation just thinking about this nigga. He's an experiment, man. Right? Because it said it in Micah 2. Let's go back to this. Micah 2:1. This guy, man. Micah 2:1. It said, woe to the oppressors. You see it? Woe to the oppressors. Who are the oppressors? The so-called white man. Woe to them that devise iniquity and were evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. What did he do? He devised iniquity. So this is the Lord said, what he made crooked cannot be straightened, man. Proverbs, it's Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of who? Of the workers of iniquity, man. See? The workers of iniquity, what do? They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They communal land snares privily, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They search out iniquities, man. Everything that Esau, Edom has done in the earth, he was set up for this. Look at this. Look at this. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. This is why he's known as the man of sin, man. The son of perdition. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means. What it say in Colossians 2:8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophies and vain deceits, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that they should not come, except they come and fallen away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Why is he the man of sin? Because he search out iniquities. That's what iniquities is. Sin on top of sin, right? Micah 2:1 said they devise iniquity, man. Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, so that he as God said in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This him, man. Esau, even the so-called white man. This nigga, rulerships have been experiments, man. He been experimenting on the people and the animals and the trees. That's what he do. We have been experimenting to this nigga. And they showed you in the movie Clone and Tyrone. Look at the people right now. Everything is, the people is destroyed through the food, the drugs, everything, the music. They showed you in the movie Clone Tyrone, man. And Jake took that shit as a fucking entertainment movie, man. But this nigga showing you this is what we've been doing to you dummies since we've been experimenting on you niggas. And Jake thinks this is a game, man. But this nigga been experimenting since he been in relationship with the Greeks, man. And every time, his experiments always fail. Yeah. But the earth is an experiment to the so-called white man. You know, just someone wanted to make some points on, man. So Lord was edifying. This nigga search out iniquity. Here comes a diligent search. Why? Why does he search out iniquities? Why does he devise iniquities? Because he's the man of sin. Let me get this. Hold on, let me get this. He's the man of sin, man. This is Psalms 21:11. This only applies to one nation of people, man. Whether you believe it or not. Psalm 21:11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. See? Psalms 38:12. It reads, they also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt, what do? Speak mischievous things. They set their laws up, their draconian measure, their constitution, their penal codes, and imagine what? Deceits all the day long. They go back to the Micah 2:1. All day long, all this nigga trying to do is kill you, Jake. We have been an experiment to this nigga. The earth is an experiment. The nigga turning the animals. The nigga turning the people and the animals to hermaphrodites, man. Transvestite with a dick like a lasso, man. The nigga turning the frogs. Hey, animals don't need. Hey, this nigga making. You can have your own kids. This nigga's a demon, man. The straight. Hey, he's what's it in Genesis 3? I'm gonna put enmity between thy seed and her seed. Satan has a physical seed on earth that plays out his wickedness, man. The same way the Lord has a spiritual, physical seed on earth, the spiritual demon Satan has a physical, spiritual seed on earth, man. The whole good against evil, light against dark, man. It said these niggas imagine deceits all the day long. That's why I tell you in Proverbs 12:10 that it's a sport to a fool to do mischief, man. This nigga rulership has been an experiment, man, the whole time. Because he's a fugitive and a vagabond going from one city to the next, destroying shit, man. Everything is an experiment because they don't have no. Hey, we pilgrims. The so-called white man is a pilgrim too, man, because he's a fugitive and a vagabond. A nigga got a center. A nigga got a center that just house diseases. For what? For what? Who would create diseases and just house them till it's time to use them? The devil would do that, man. Anyway, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishop and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well. Who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, really accepted not. In a sense of salutation to all the occupant pushing this truth and believing this truth. For the four winds of the earth, the entire world shed light to the whole elect. Shalom to the world who are listening learning. If you sister will listen learning throughout tuning in. May Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Till next time, I say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Ball. The Wa for tuning in. Hey, Shalom.